Hello and welcome back to Reason News. Today we're turning our attention to a developing crisis within the very institution tasked with upholding law and order in South Africa, the South African Police Service. Just this week, the Deputy National Police Commissioner for Crime Detection, Lt Gen Shadrack Sabia, was placed on special leave following a barrage of damning allegations from KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lt Gen Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. The bombshell dropped by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi last week sent shockwaves through the country. In an unprecedented move, Mkhwanazi publicly accused high-ranking officials within the SAPS, including Police Minister Mbuyiseli and now Lt Gen Sibiya, of being involved with criminal syndicates and interfering with critical investigations. These are not minor accusations. They suggest a deep-seated rot within the very core of our policing structure. Let's break down the crux of Mkhwanazi's claims, particularly as they relate to Lt Gen Sibiya. Mkhwanazi alleged that Sabia, acting on instructions from Police Minister Mbuyiseli, unilaterally disbanded the KwaZulu-Natal Police Killings Task Team. This task team, established in 2018, had reportedly secured over 100 convictions and was making significant headway in investigating politically motivated killings in the province. According to Mkhwanazi, the disbandment happened shortly after the team began uncovering links between these killings and a powerful criminal syndicate in Gauteng, allegedly controlled by a drug cartel that had infiltrated various parts of the criminal justice system, including the police, the ministry, and even the judiciary. Mkhwanazi specifically claimed that on March 26, 2025, 121 case dockets under investigation by the task team were taken away and directed to Sabia's office, allegedly without the authority of either the national or provincial commissioner. He further alleged that Sabia had issued written instructions in January, February, and April of this year, withdrawing all these dockets to his office, where they have since remained without any further investigation. These are grave assertions that, if true, point to a deliberate attempt to derail justice. The political fallout has been swift. Following Mkhwanazi's initial revelations, President Ramaphosa on Sunday announced that Police Minister Mbuyiseli would also be placed on a leave of absence pending a probe by a Judicial Commission of Inquiry. This inquiry, to be chaired by Acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga, is tasked with investigating Mkhwanazi's wide-ranging and astounding accusations. And now Lt Gen Sibiya finds himself in the same boat, having been officially placed on special leave by National Police Commissioner General Fanny Masemola. Here's a video from the SABC News.
While the processes are underway, we don't normally like to discuss details of our departmental processes. But yes, I see on the news that it is indicated that he says he has been, yes indeed, he has been served today to stay home while other processes are unfolding.
Meanwhile, thousands marched through the streets of Durban in support of Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Civil society groups and political formations came together in one voice. They say, hands off Mkhwanazi. The protesters say Mkhwanazi must be protected and supported.
We had commission inquiries for Zondo. We had commission of inquiries for Pala Pala. Nothing came of it. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was prosecuted. So we are saying this is not a time for commission. This is a time to act. Yes. This is a time as a president to take a stance and clean his government of all the corrupt officials.
There are so many families whose lives have been destroyed by the cartel, which is ruining our city of Natal.
Masemola will hand over the memorandum to President Ramaphosa. The president has been given 14 days to respond.
Sabia, for his part, has expressed being, quote, disturbed and surprised, unquote, by the directive to step aside. He has denied any wrongdoing and stated his commitment to clearing his name through the formal processes of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. He told Newsroom Africa that he believes in due process and that the country should allow the inquiry to run its course rather than jump to conclusions. Sabia even stated he has a legal team and enough paperwork to defend his dignity. The SAPS, through National Commissioner Fanny Masemola, have confirmed that Sabia was served with documents instructing him to stay home while internal processes are underway to investigate the allegations. Masemola clarified that these processes involve investigations into, quote, what has been alleged, unquote. This whole crisis is deepening at a time when public confidence in the South African police service is already fragile. The accusations of high-level corruption and political interference directly undermine the trust citizens place in law enforcement. Now, on Wednesday, July 16, 2025, a joint sitting of Parliament's portfolio committees on police and on justice and constitutional development met to deliberate on how to best respond to Mkhwanazi's serious claims of corruption and political interference within the South African Police Service, SAPS. This meeting was a direct result of Speaker Thoko Didiza tasking these committees with determining Parliament's approach to the allegations. The key recommendation that emerged from the joint committee meeting was the formation of an ad hoc parliamentary committee to investigate Mkhwanazi's allegations. This ad hoc committee, if approved by the National Assembly next Wednesday, would operate under Rule 253 of the National Assembly, making it a temporary, task-specific and time-bound mechanism to delve into the matter. The decision to establish an ad hoc committee comes after parliamentary legal advisers cautioned against a full-scale parliamentary inquiry, arguing it would likely duplicate the work of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry already established by President Ramaphosa and chaired by Acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga. However, MPs emphasized Parliament's constitutional obligation to exercise oversight, and they believe a streamlined ad hoc committee is the most appropriate way to do so without interfering with the judicial process. The proposed ad hoc committee will be empowered to investigate several specific issues raised by Mkhwanazi. These include the alleged disbanding of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team, the alleged removal of 121 case dockets by the Minister of Police, leadership instability within crime intelligence, and other instances of alleged political interference in police operations. The committee would also have the power to summon witnesses and gather evidence, making its findings and recommendations to Parliament. The gravity of the situation was also underscored by warnings from some MPs, with one stating, quote, "Should anything happen to Mkhwanazi, this country will see fire," unquote. This speaks to the immense public interest and the potential for unrest if justice is not seen to be done. The Mkhwanazi and Mchunu matter is far more than an internal SAPS squabble. It's a test of South Africa's commitment to fighting corruption at the highest levels and ensuring the integrity of its law enforcement institutions. Reason News will continue to monitor all developments from both the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee and the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. The future of the SAPS, and indeed public confidence in our justice system, hinges on the transparent and thorough investigation of these claims. Until next time, stay informed, stay updated, and stay curious.